Okay then, so this is video number 2. In video 1, I've shown you how to download the software, install it onto your system. In this one, we're going to show you how to create a template from scratch. Now, when you first open it, after you've got your license and everything sorted, or even during the trial, what you would do, you see is this screen here. So we have a charcoal background and what would be a photo area. Now you can resize this, do whatever you want. You can make them landscape, can square, portrait. It doesn't matter. Now, just to show you around the actual software. So at the top we have the width and height. That is the canvas, so the charcoal area. You can upload a background of your own, but there are easy ways. You can save the template file. You can open a template file, so there is a download section which I'm going to show you in the next video, and you can export your completed template that you've made. Here we have the grid and snap to grid. Now they are used for the photo areas. As you can see, that is now snapping to them squares. If you find that you would like the grid, the photo area a little closer to the side, just bear in mind if you are printing, then your printer may end up cutting them off the edge, but you can resize that grid and you can see them squares are getting a lot smaller. The grid will not save onto any of the templates that you create. All right, so it's only there for to assist you when you are making things. Now, I'm going to just very quickly do a portrait one. So we've got one portrait photo area there. Now, my sizing might not be right, but you're getting the idea. Now, on this portrait photo area, again, I can place it anywhere on this background. There's no background in at the moment. I can also add a frame around it, so it's called a border width. So they've got the border on the left side here, and I'm just going to change it to red so we can see it nice and clear in this video. So we've got the border, which is red. Now it's not currently got a width, so if I use the little arrows, and you'll see as I'm clicking up, that border is getting thicker. You can also add a radius, so make the rounded corners of the photo area. Now what I recommend you do is do one first, and then once you're happy with it, you can then duplicate that photo area. So do one, make sure it all fits, which it does, and then duplicate again. So I'm going to bring that one down here. Now obviously you would set your placements, your sizing, so that is probably the longest part of creating a template you would need, just getting them sizes right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the grid off, but I'm going to leave the snap on just in case I do need to move any of these again. Okay. Now I'm going to add a background to it. Now for the backgrounds, you are going to need your own backgrounds. If you're creating something from scratch, then you are going to need your own backgrounds and your own images. So I'm just going to drag that over and click set as background. You can see them photo areas are transparent, and again, it doesn't matter where I move it, that transparency will move with them. So it's going to make your template, if you have anything overhanging the photo areas, it's going to make it look a lot nicer. Okay, so we've now got 3 photo areas and a background. We've got rounded corners and we've got a border around the 3 photo areas. Next, I'm going to add some images. So I'm just going to find anything on my computer. Again, images, you can download images from many places, free of charge. So just get a load on your computers and just keep them in a folder so you know where they all are. And then when you're creating stuff, you've got access to them quickly. So we've dragged it over, and like the background, this time we're going to add it as a decoration. So that was just put the birthday hippo there. Now I'm just going to resize that so it fits nicely in there. So you can see we've now got our 3 photo areas, background and an image. Now you can add more images if you wish. You're not restricted on the amount of things you add to it. So let's have a look. Go with birthday again. Let's see if there's anything else in there. There we go. Let's have a look. So we'll put some balloons on it, I think. So just drag and drop. Okay, so I could leave that there in the middle, and then if I was to save that, any photos that are taken by the photo booth would be in the transparent area behind the photo areas and behind them balloons. Okay, so that's where you are overlaying your photos. So next up, I'm going to add some text. So So I'm just typing Emma's 21st birthday, and then I would click add to canvas. Now, when that adds to canvas, it does it in white, as you can see there, but you can literally drag it to wherever you want. And then further down, you get more text options. So you can change the color of the text. And again, I'm just changing it in red so you can see everything clear in the video. You can add a stroke around it if you wish. So you've got your color, I'll keep it at black. And then if you do want the stroke around it, if you watch the text, that's putting that black outline around the actual text. Fonts, so you can go bold, you can go italic. That may depend on specific fonts. Now, you can also do shadow. So there's various options in there. Now, regarding the fonts, currently if you're on a Windows PC or laptop, it will look at all the fonts you have on your system. Now, that will be available on the Mac version as well. But for now, there's 208 fonts added that you can use on Mac. Just need to do an update on it. So all the fonts you see in here, these are fonts that are actually on my system. So yeah, if you're on a Windows machine and there's a certain font you want, you can always download the font from places like DaFont, or there's lots of font websites. Install it on your computer and then it'll be recognized in here. So we have the text box here. Now we're going to change that onto a couple of lines. So we've got Emma's 21st birthday. So we're going to go resize it. You can resize it there, or you can use the up and down. Now, if you've got more than one line, you've got your line height. If you watch the text, the line height is reducing. So it gives you a little bit of control over how that text is shown. Likewise, you've got your left and right align or center. So that's basic text things that you can deal with there. You've got the option of using. If you've got something on there you want to remove, so let's go, say the balloons in the middle. If you highlight them, the red box will come around it. Click delete and they will disappear. Okay, so I am now happy that that template is complete. So for me to save that, I can do it well, there's two ways. First of all, if I want to save it so I can come back to it and edit it again, I would click save, give it a name. So we'll call it tutorial. So you call it Hippo birthday, whatever you wanted to call it. So call it whatever you want. And then that will allow you to open that file at any time. To make it ready for your photo booth, you need to click export PNG. So then you would call it whatever again. So we'll call it Emma. Spell it wrong, it doesn't matter. So that has now saved to my computer. So I'm just going to load that up so you can see it. Okay, so here it is here. And you can see that them photo areas, they're now showing white, but they are transparent. The background of this window is white, but they're ready to import into my photo booth software. And that's it, all done. Now, if you wanted to make different layouts of that, you can do. So let's say you wanted to make that into a single shot photo area. What you can do is literally delete two of them photo areas, a single shot portrait template, I should say, resize your photo frame, place it, again, if you turn the grid on, it'll give you a better idea of where the middle is and everything. So I'll just then push that back up to 50, because at 50 on the portrait, you've got a full square to the left and a full square to the right. So it gives you a good idea of when you are in the middle. So that is pretty much dead center of that particular template. I'm going to push it on one, and then I just literally move things around to make the design a little bit different. So we go with something like that. So Emma's 21st birthday, I'd probably put that on this particular one on 3 lines and then just resize it. So I'm going to drag the corner, resize, and there you go. So that's now given us 2 templates in no time at all. Likewise, if you wanted to change that into, say, a landscape photo template, what I would do here is I would move these up first of all. The reason for that, when I change the size of this canvas, so I'm going to go 1800 by 1200 and click apply, you can see that the hippo and the text is only just made it onto that canvas. If you didn't move them up, they would be down at the bottom here and you wouldn't be able to grab them. Okay, so we're going to go with a 3-shot landscape now, landscape with portrait photos. So I'm going to place that somewhere up there. Now, because I'm getting 3 on, I do need to make it so they will fit. So I think that might be about right. So duplicate, move one over, move the wrong one, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to duplicate again and place that one there. Okay, so what you're seeing there is because the snap to grids on, it's not allowing that to line up properly. So I've got 2 options. I can either resize them to make them a little bit smaller, or up here where you've got your grid and your snap, if you reduce the size of that grid, you can see it reducing as I'm doing it. So take it down, it'll go down as far as 10. That will give you more option to make the distances better. So get everything snapping into the right height. So you can see now we've now got them 3 photo areas on that template, and they fit quite well. They will fit very well. Okay, so that's looking about right for me. Probably move that one over slightly, that one slightly, and then that one slightly. Just so these about the same distance either side, but you'll play around with it. And then again, just move your text and any images that you've got on there. Now, again, because we're on a landscape one here, I would probably do that on maybe 2 lines, and I would resize that. So fill it up a little bit. So you go. So that's 3 templates we've created in no time at all. I'm using the same background, same images, same text, and all I've done is just make adjustments on the photo areas. So that is all you need to do. Now, if you are going to, as I said before, if you are going to make changes, just save them, save the file to what you want to call it. And then when you're ready for it to be opened and exported into your photo booth software, you choose that export PNG. Now, I'll very quickly open one that I've done at another time, so you can see that I can log in and make changes. So let's have a look. We've got this one. As you can see here, we've got 3 photo areas, 2 images on this one. It's got the pampas grass there and the text, so you can edit anything on here. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you where you can download this template and other templates, and they are free and included when you purchase the software. So if you've got any questions on this video, let me know. Yeah, the next video is about downloading and loading in ready-made templates that make it easy for you to edit. Okay, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.